In today's video, I'll talk about painting the edges on acrylic paintings on a canvas, and the same applies for any wood panel. I won't bore you with showing you how I paint the edges of all three of these paintings, so I'll just give an example, but I'll go over the most important things, which are making it look nice for your prospective customer, and a few little tips. The spring art festivals are coming up, and I'm really excited about it, so I'm doing a lot of floral art right now. I just got done with the winter farmers market, and it's nice outside. Good afternoon. It's Thursday, February 26th, and it's almost 70 degrees out here. So I'm working outside today at my table. What I'm doing today is finishing up a few pieces that I've been working on. I started this set. These are 12 by 24s, and they're just really colorful flower paintings. They're a set of 3. I think they'll be good for some spring art festivals. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to paint the edges and then gloss medium over the top of them, and they should be ready to go for this spring. I just need to put the hardware on. I just got back from going for a walk with my friend Kathy. We're planning to critique each other's work on a regular basis starting in April, when we both get back from some of the trips we're taking. And we understand each other because we both came through the Creative Visionary program together. So we speak the same language. So the first thing I'm going to do here is get ready to paint the edges. Right now they're blue, but they have a lot of smeared colors on them, so I'll probably go a little darker, maybe a dark green, because that'll go nicely with the other colors that are on there. I'll show you how I do the gloss medium and then the varathane. And then if we get to it, I'll work on this little one with the pink flowers. So now I'm going to paint the edges of this series here. And I wanted to do some dark green. So I got a couple different colors. I don't usually use my art paint for the sides. Usually what I do is I get some house paint at Home Depot or Lowe's and get just a little sample of it in a dark color, whatever color they have. They call it the oops paint. It's when they mix up something and it doesn't turn out right. Okay, that's emerald green and phthalo green. I'm gonna mix that up. And I always like to have a spray bottle and some shop towels, because when you paint the edges, sometimes you can slop it onto the front of the painting, which is not what you want. So you can wipe it off right away before it gets dry, and you have no problem taking it off. What I do with my edges is I just start. I always start on the bottom of the canvas if I'm doing this after. And I always have to touch it up even if I do it before. So I usually just wait to do my edges until the end so I don't have to go over them. And I make sure that it's completely covered up to the edge of the painting. Sometimes what I have to do is just paint it like this, go over it horizontally, and then come down vertically. And then once I've done that, I just check the front of the painting to make sure there isn't any paint slopped on that. And I wipe that off. And then it's clean. Let's see, that's what I wiped off the bottom. And I can tell you also that when you're painting your edges, the top and bottom are generally less important to get just right than the sides are. because when people hang things up, I don't know if you can see this, but well, just by looking at this, if you're going to hang this on the wall, nobody's really going to see the top or the bottom of the painting, but what they are going to see are the sides when it's hanging on the wall, and you really want to make sure those sides look good. So I always make extra sure to get the sides looking good. And I had a gallery owner tell me once at a show that he was impressed that I made my edges look so good, because he said a lot of artists don't bother to do that. But if you want to give your customer a quality product, something that they're investing money in this, you want it to look good. So I always take extra care with the edges of my work. And so I want to make sure they're smooth. And again, if you get any little bumps in there, you want to get those out of there. So you want those edges to look smooth. I can hardly believe that my first spring art festival is in 6 weeks. It's just a small one, and then I get another 6 or 7 week break until the summer season really starts. But I just can't believe it's here already. Okay. So yeah, I did have a few spots where I need to wipe it off. Pretty good overall. Okay. Girls. So while some of the sides are drying, I do something else. And then since I'm doing 3 different ones, I can switch off. So I've got 2 sides of this done so far. And I'll probably do a second coat, at least on the sides of the painting. Here's how the series of 3 turned out. I think they'll be perfect for spring art festivals. I called them Dance in the Garden, and there are 3 of them as a set. Next time, we'll talk about varnishing and the final coat on top of your painting. Thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you in the next one.